How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the PilotPatriot channel. Today we're going to be talking about the USCCA, what it is they actually do, and if it's worth it. All right, guys, first I have a question for you. How many of you woke up today thinking that you'd be in a violent attack where you had to defend yourself? Don't worry, I'll wait. That's a question I think a lot about. For those of you that follow the channel, you know that we like to be prepared for all situations. But the truth is, you never really know how you're going to react to a situation until you find yourself in it. Now, I hope that we can all live the rest of our lives and never have to use deadly force to defend ourselves. But the world is becoming a more dangerous place, and the likelihood of that is rising every single day. And I want to be prepared if that were to happen. And honestly, two things that scare me to death is one, that I'll have to defend myself, and even if I'm justified, people won't believe me. And two, that I'll bankrupt my family trying to defend that in court. Now, a few years ago, when I first got into teaching concealed carry classes, is when I first heard about the USCCA, or the United States Concealed Carry Association. And I have to admit, I was a little skeptical. I mean, why do I need something like this? But the more I thought about it, the same reason that I carry a gun every day is the reason that something like USCCA can be beneficial for you. The USCCA has over 650,000 members nationwide, and they offer some of the best training and self-defense liability insurance that you can get. So we're going to talk about what the USCCA offers and if it's worth it for you in just a minute. But first, if you haven't done it yet, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Now, before we get too far into it, I want to let you guys know if you do decide you want to sign up for the USCCA, you can do that using my link in the description below. Now, one of the USCCA's biggest priorities is training. They have the USCCA Protector Academy, which is over 400 virtual online lessons that you can do on your own time. And they range anywhere from basics and safety to defensive shooting skills to countering the mass shooter threat and even home defense. So it's something you can sit down on your own time and get ongoing training, because most of you probably have your concealed carry permit or you go to the range and you punch holes in paper, but how many of you are actually training? How many of you are readying your mind for that situation where you're actually gonna have to defend yourself? And that's what the Protector Academy is there for, so that when that time comes, you don't even have to think about it. You know exactly what to do and you just act. The next big thing that USCCA offers, and honestly the main reason that I have it, is their self-defense liability insurance. Now notice I didn't say concealed carry insurance or gun insurance. I said self-defense liability insurance, because it does cover any act of self-defense, whether it be fists, knife, gun. Any act of self-defense is covered under their self-defense liability insurance policy that you have access to as a member of the USCCA. So if you're ever forced to defend yourself, you have access to their 24/7 critical response team and some of the best criminal defense attorneys in the country. Every member gets a little membership card, and on the back of that, it tells you exactly what to do if you ever find yourself in a defensive situation. They tell you what you need to say when you call 911. And even more important, that card gives you the number for the critical response team, so you can immediately call them right after you call 911, and they will get someone out there to help you, to represent you. Because whether you're justified or not, chances are you're going to find yourself being questioned and your judgment being called into question in that situation. And you need to be very careful about what you say, because we know that anything you say can be used against you. So that's why the critical response team is so important, because they can send out one of those vetted criminal defense attorneys to represent you and to make sure that you don't incriminate yourself in any way and help you through that process. That policy is going to give you access to unlimited defense expenses. That's going to be your court costs, your retainer fee, all that good stuff. You're also going to have $10,000 in incidental expenses, like reimbursing you for the gun that you may or may not get back after you've used it in self-defense. The other thing would be cleanup. So if you had to defend yourself in your home, that some of that money will go to send in a cleanup crew to help clean up all that mess that you don't want to be dealing with. It's also going to cover up to $100,000 in bail money. That's $1 million bond in most states. It's also going to cover up to $750 per day in lost wages, because chances are you're going to miss a few days of work after you have to defend yourself, and up to $2 million for civil claims. And just in case the family of the person that you had to defend yourself against ends up suing you, that $2 million is there to help deal with that. USCCA offers 3 different tiers of membership. They have the gold, the platinum, and the elite. Elite is what I have because it gives me access to everything they have to offer, the entire Protector Academy, the liability insurance, everything. Now, every single tier gives you access to liability insurance, but the different tiers are going to dictate how much of that training you have access to. Now, no matter which level you start with, you can always upgrade or downgrade at any time you want to. So if the training and the liability insurance isn't enough for you already, USCCA also gives away a free gun every single week to one of their lucky members. Now, the question is it worth it? Now, I've already told you I am a member, so obviously I do think it's worth it. And the biggest reason for that is because the question I asked you at the very beginning of the video. You never know when you're going to find yourself in that situation where you have to defend yourself or defend your family. And you need to be prepared for that. Now, before joining the USCCA, I didn't know a criminal defense attorney. I didn't know exactly what I should and should not say to an officer if that ever happened, but now I do. Because I have the USCCA, I have somebody that's going to represent me, and I don't have to worry about the expenses. I don't have to worry about getting caught up in court. I don't have to worry about becoming the next Kyle Rittenhouse and being blasted all over TV and in court for years and racking up $150,000 of court costs, because I know the USCCA has my back, and that's why I definitely recommend them. Now, if you're still on the fence, and I definitely understand, that was me too. If you're still on the fence, USCCA offers 365-day money-back guarantee. So if you decide it's not for you, or you just don't have the money for it or whatever, then you can cancel at any time in that first year, and they will reimburse every single penny back to the day that you started. So it's really a no-brainer. I would at least join so that you can get access to the training, so that you can get access to that liability insurance for a year. And if you want to cancel at that point, you can. But if I had to guess, you probably won't, because once you get access to it, you'll realize how beneficial it is and how important it is to have that security for yourself and for your family if you ever found yourself in that defensive situation. Now, if any of you guys have any questions, make sure you leave those down in the comment section below. I hope you liked the video, guys. I hope it was helpful for you. If you wanted to know more about the USCCA and you just were kind of on the fence, hopefully I helped you out to at least learn a little bit more about it. I'm not telling you guys what to do. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what I have chosen to do to protect myself. So again, if you are interested, you can join the USCCA using my link in the description below. That'll help support this channel and help support you as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and stay prepared.